because he hit with a critical attack. The Bardock, the Resolute, gets to be free played here. And now if Tommy counters, that Bardock can switch to active mode. It is also a double strike. Very aggressive play.
Mm-hmm. The problem right now also for Tommy is that he does not have any access to any negates. So it's just very difficult for him. So here we go. 50, was it 15k? Did he swing with
It's
the 15k
15k, yeah.
double strike?
Yeah.
Okay,
He
interesting
puts Tommy in the
choice.
Awakening range.
Mm-hmm.
And as we saw there quickly, he is running the new Universe 9 Doggo SR from the Battle Evolution booster, which is always nice to see. And so now it's a 19k swing because this Broly has 7, which gives plus 10,000 power, but it does not restand during the in the charge phase.
Yep, and it is permanent. That means this 10,000 sticks even during the defensive phase. So if you want to KO this card out, you have to swing with at least 19 or more,
Oh, and now
which
we're
is
seeing the Hop. Oh no, Sorel. This one's Sorel, right?
an interesting super combo choice.
Yeah. So that one works at 5 life, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it does. But it is 0+0, which in itself, it has a
We
pretty
see another
strong
swap into the
drawback.
Broly 4 drop. And this is, I believe, where he starts getting that hand disruption.
Yep, so 4, 5, and 6.
Yes.
But one saving grace when it comes to for Tommy right here is that the Unison card is not in play, because more than just dealing with the aggression, sometimes you also have to deal with the marker on the Unison card. So if he's playing Piccolo, basically when he activates his ultimate ability, the game ends right there also. So extra, even more aggression from the Broly player.
Yeah.
So at least
Do you want to run us through the Giant Force Piccolo and why that does end the game when he uses his ultimate ability?
It's okay. So the good part about that card, it's one cost, so it comes out really easily. His ultimate ability is a -6. However, with the -6, especially if we're playing with this deck, you just keeps on adding marker for your Unison card. So it's pretty easy to get to the -6. But when that -6 gets done, when it is activated, activate main. If your leader card is red, which he is playing Broly, so that is possible, you get to choose 2 mono red battle card with different card
Oh,
names, energy cost 3 or less, 19k power less from your deck or hand, play them and shuffle. So you could imagine the extra aggression that it's gonna happen, and they can play Pan. They can play Pan. Gives
which
everything on
gives
your board.
everything power boost and double strike. So what we
Correct.
saw here from the Broly player is him dropping another Broly 1 drop, which puts him now in Awakening range and also gets a second blocker. Oh, the advantage is just going into the Broly BR's favor here. And obviously he can awaken and put more pressure on Tommy. Tommy is reluctant to awaken here because he needs that untap. He needs to get that Bergamo lock set up, which is why he turned 1 Dangerous Triangle to protect them with barrier. But again, it was an interesting choice. Maybe it signaled
Correct.
he didn't have negates in hand, so might as well use your energy while you've got it, right?
Not, I would disagree with that point though, because there's one thing about this card game is that there is a comeback mechanics. That means when even if you're taking damage, usually the damage that you take doesn't go away, right? It
Mm.
sometimes goes into your hand, so you might be able to draw into a negate. Well, you can take there, but with better evolution, we do have access to a very powerful negate that negates attack and grants you a token with blocker. So
Yeah,
maybe
so it's
Tommy does have
essentially
that. Yeah.
sorted 2 attacks out,
Mm-hmm.
which if he is baiting into this, that's really smart.
Mm-hmm.
Allowing Broly to think it's in control and then hitting into
Yeah.
blockers and stuff, and then having that explosive turn 2 where he can hopefully establish that lock.
Okay, this is pretty bad for the Bergamo player Tommy over here, because now with the Awaken, I believe this is a untapped 2 leader.
Mm-hmm. So that
Oh.
we're going to see a lot more pressure get put on here.
And especially when it comes to swap, you don't evolve on top of it. You take the card back. You played the battle card that has swap and pull the battle card back. So what's the difference? The difference is the battle card comes in active mode. That means you can swing again, and this is a monster. This is critical? Does it have double strike? Because double strike is more important here right now.
It doesn't know.
Okay, so at least it's a critical swing, but
Oh,
okay.
so he either has the other two in hand, or
Mm-hmm.
he's not going for that turn two lock.
All right, so for viewers who's wondering what is happening here, this is the SS Pro League combat evolution. More than just being a 30k critical monster, your opponent has to choose one card in their hands and send it to the warp. But they're gonna get it back, but it's at the end of their next turn. So
Mm-hmm.
very
Oh, actually,
dicey
that's really
situation
smart.
right now. Yep. Oh no, it's down to one crit.
But that's really smart actually, because at the end of the turn, it comes back, and then he. Oh, but no players auto would
Nope.
trigger
Mm-hmm.
first. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
no, okay. I was getting ahead of myself there. And so, are we seeing a 4-drop? Yes, we are. So this is a 20k.
Mm-hmm. So even the beta evolution negate is not going to help Tommy here already.
So he can't have a sparking negate because obviously he'd have to take life.
Mm-hmm. And he
For
can't play
that,
the beta evolution negate because he has to take a life also.
so I understand what the Bergamo player was going for in not wanting to awaken. But this is where he's going to get punished for it dearly.
Mm-hmm.
But do we see? So, oh, we don't see an aggressive commitment here.
No, because the player swings. I believe this might be his last swing. And yeah, so he is not going to combo on top of it.
But I mean, look at Tommy's hand. Like,
Yeah.
surely you have the combo power. You push for game, right? Okay, so now this is either Tommy has it or he doesn't have it.
Yep, but this is still very early in the game, so this is just second energy for Tommy, and I think the Broly player just feels safe. There is two blockers on the board. I believe that he might have a negate in his hands with two energy from his opponent. I believe that he feels that it should be fine.
Yeah, so Basil.
Mhm. But this is also a very big turn for the Bergamo player, Tommy, because he is able to unawaken this turn, get some energy back,
And
and
because obviously
do some
everything's in,
plays.
he has
Yep.
5 or more in rest. That Basil gets a power boost and dual attack. And so okay, so he's going this route with the new Battle Evolution Super Rare Doggo.
It's
Oh,
it's But it's also a very interesting play over here. It is a very good card, the new Battle Evolution card, Trio, the Danger, Fierce Trinity.
and
The
there's the Awaken to untap 2 energy. And now we'll see a swing here, which will proc its effect again for the end of turn. So on the Awakened side of Vicious Revival Bergamo, it still has the permanent of treating U9 as if they have no special cost. If you have at least one Lavender, one Basil in play, your opponent leader card attack this card or Unisons, which could be really huge because that Broly can swing big and it swings hard. But with Tommy being only on one life, it kind of mitigates that. But I guess it's one less swing coming at your leader. And obviously, this new Doggo SR allows for that to complete the trilogy. So all of these now have barrier. And then obviously when this card attacks at the end of your turn, choose up to one U9 card in your hand with an energy cost of 2 or less and play it. So there you go.
Okay, he is trying to do some board control over there to make sure that because it's just practically very difficult for the Bergamo player Tommy here to end the game just because of how much life and how much energy he has to defend himself, to go for the aggression, also to play his big cards. However, right now, I think he is just doing the best that he can. Like you said, Scott, he finished the triangle over here. He has Basil, Bergamo, and what is the last one?
Lavender.
Lavender. So
Lavender,
Lavender,
yeah.
Basil, and Bergamo on the board, and he finishes the triangle. What does the triangle do? It's also a pretty smart move because I believe that the triangle also negates the blocker.
I think so.
Yeah. Let me check when it comes.
I think this is a very old TRP ruling, actually. Now,
If
like, I'm having flashbacks to the tournament of
correct,
power,
so there is a
which is where this
permanent
set.
that if Bergamo, Lavender, and Basil are in play in their battle area, negate the skills of all your opponent's battle card with energy 4 or less in the battle area.
Which could be really huge if you can clear that 5-drop, because they
Yes.
won't have swap.
Yes, correct. So the swap it's not available now. However, Broly does swing really hard. That means it is also very difficult for Tommy to defend himself, anyways. Because
Mhm.
that small little Basil over there, he's not a very big heater.
Getting rid of the 4-drop. Interesting. I mean, you don't want to swing into your opponent's life if you don't have game because you do not want to give them that extra advantage. You never know what could be in life. It could be a super combo. It could be a negate. Like, it could change that game. So handling the control of the board is a really smart play here.
Indefinitely. However, he still has a very big problem with the 30k
And
beat
playing
stick on the
Sorel
board.
and Hop.
And that signals the end of the turn. But Tommy is choosing to keep his 2 energy open. I believe this is a very smart play over here because what you don't want to do is you don't want to out combo that 30k. You want to negate that thing on the
Yeah,
board.
100%.
Yep.
Totally with you.
So I really hope that the Bergamo player does have some answer for that 30k swing that is inevitably gonna come.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I mean, is Tommy playing the Hatch Secret Rare? Let's go and find out.
Ooh.
But it
Can
won't work because he doesn't have the free energy. That's what I'm trying to get at. Sorry. I mean, he could bean up here, but I still don't think bean helps too much because those Broly's do hit for 30k. They're so high. It's the Dark Broly. Well, funny, same character, kind of different timelines. But yeah, like Broly hits hard. So you, like you said, Melvin, you want to negate them outright. You don't want to give
Mhm.
them the chance to be hitting.
Okay, this is, I think, not a very good move because, oh, what is he doing, Tommy? He has the hop super comp. Yes, that blocker. Activate the blocker because when you activate its blocker, your opponent has to choose one of their cards and switch it to rest mode. If they
Yeah.
don't do it, you get to draw a card. I believe this might be the best thing to do over here.
Yeah, no, that's a really good thing. I mean,
Yeah,
it deprives him at the very minimum of a 5k combo.
correct. So let's see. What is because your opponent can choose their energy. However, in this case, unfortunately for Tommy, Diogo does have a lot and a lot of option. He can just tap one of this small little 1-drop or a blocker.
Yeah, I think
Since
with the triangle in effect, you might as well just rest one of the blockers. But oh, and look, speaking of Universe 9 doggers, we got a nice little doggo cameo there. Can't be mad about that. Um, always love seeing pets on stream. I love animals. So yeah, Bar gets rested, and the attack carries on. Will he combo to save the hop? I doubt it. Yeah,
Mhm.
and boom goes the blocker. Now leader swings. Now it's important to note that he can't swing at the leader. So this attack has to be going towards the trio.
And how so? Why can't he swing at the
Because
leader?
Basil Bergamo's effect is if you have at least one Lavender, Basil, and Bergamo,
Hmm.
your opponent's leader card can attack this card or unison cards.
So he himself is also a lock.
Kind of, but a simplified lock.
Mhm.
I mean, but it stops a leader swing, right? Coming at your leader, which is always handy.
Mhm.
So obviously negating that because he wants to keep not only that for his leader effect, but to keep the triangle in effect. Um, so we're seeing combos here. So this is 35, 40 into a 20k here. Oh, he really wants that gone. Or is this just gone to leader, actually? I think he might have just gone to leader here.
Um, there's
Oh,
something wrong
yeah.
here. Okay. Sh- we need to
Oh,
call the judge here, right?
why?
because you're correct that at least one Lavender and one Basil card in play, your opponent leader card. Okay, it's the leader
Yeah.
card.
No,
All right.
leader. The
Mm-hmm.
battle card can swing into it fine.
Mm.
So
All
yeah.
right. So
Yeah, that's
it's move
fine.
up.
It just
Mm-hmm.
combos out. Can Tommy combo out? I don't think so. I think that was a yeah. There's not a combo out there.
Mm-hmm. All right. I believe that this might be game, but I think Tommy would want to give it a try. Let's see. Maybe some miracle. That might be one super combo to draw into another super combo.
So there's one Bagamo, two Bagamo, three Bagamo technically, but yeah, no, you're not comboing out of that.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that
And
looks
here
to
we
be
go. It's
game.
also a trio de danger. All right, a 4-1, so it's better than the one on the field.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so this
Timing's
is
always
game.
better.
Yep. So this is round number one, and of course, this is the best of one, 50 minutes timing. So sometimes game just ends just like that. I believe that the Bergamo player plays it really, really good. Unfortunately, it is just a very difficult uphill climb against a deck like Dark Broly, which is pure aggression.
Pure aggression. It can get so many bodies on board, which at the very least, again, I keep coming back to this, extra combo power if needed. They're 30k bases, they're 20k bases. Like they're hard numbers to swing at. And as we saw, Tommy just didn't want to awaken. And I think ultimately that's where the trappings was. Broly was just allowed to stomp and kick and punch and shout and like it was a tough uphill battle, but like we said, we saw what Bagama's capable of. He managed to set up the triangle turn two, which was really nice to see. Dangerous Triangle is a tournament of power card, which is awesome. Absolutely love that. Unfortunately, we didn't see the turn two Bagama lock, which locks out your opponent, but we did get to see Broly proving what Broly is. He is a legendary Super Saiyan with demonic strength. Melvin, what do you make of that matchup in Hull? Like, what do you make of the Bagama leader reboot actually? Because I think that's more of an interesting discussion here.
What I really like is how Bandai is giving Bergamo, especially characters like Bergamo and the universe Nye, so much utility just to play for people who really likes them. So that is something I really appreciate when it comes from the card designers, you know. So not just on Goku, not just on Gohan, the main big characters like Frieza, Cell, but they also give all the wayside characters some utilities to play, and it just gives this card game so much flavor, which is something that I really like about this card game. So for that, I am already very happy to see Bergamo in play. Just very happy just to cast it. And yeah, basically that's it. So we are going to round two. After when the pairings is up, we will let you guys know what is something that we want to pick. So if there is something that you want to see, like certain decks, because Beta Evolution it's live right now. Please let us know down in the chat section. Scott and I will be monitoring the chat and just come back and have some chat with you guys during the downtime. All right. So guys, stay on or stay excited, and see you in the
Say
next
hi.
round. All
We've got
right.
a lot of cool decks in this
Yep.
tournament. I'm really curious to see how the expert deck Android 21 is getting on. So
Oh, we
that's
have
going to
that.
be a lot of
Yep.
fun. We do
All
have
right.
one. We do have one.
All right, guys.